What is good, everybody? Man, it's your boy Jay in the building. We is back again with another video. Now, before we get this video started, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. All right, so we have Southern Connecticut versus Delaware State. Now, this was Delaware State's homecoming. Now, I was looking at these numbers. I said, holy hell. 781 yards of total offense. And 598 of those were rushing. 598 yards rushing. I don't know if I don't even think a triple option team runs for that many yards. But goodness gracious, didn't punt the ball not one time. But they did have 12 penalties though, which was wild though. Let me just see this right here. Of course, Caden Bennett didn't even throw for 100 yards, but they had 3 different players rush for over 100 yards. 3 players. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had 6 players rush for over 50 yards. Dog. That is absolutely video game numbers, bro. That's video game numbers, dog. That is insane.
Run the football, as we have talked about.
That's like
Talk
absolutely
about this
insane.
man in the open, Marquise Gillis with a burst, and Marquise Gillis across the 40.
And you know what's crazy?
That's exactly what you want to see.
Wow, that's insane.
Safe to say that's why he's the leading rusher in the MEAC.
Yes.
Runs like that. How about a little trickeration here for Delaware State to start this game? Ball is out. Who has
and they
it?
competed.
And the
Listen,
and it was recovered by your quarterback.
They try to
Bennett
compete
in the right
though.
Place at the right time.
But
here's second down. Another one of these talented
video
running backs
game
getting a
numbers
touch.
they putting
Jaden
up, bro.
Jenkins, the red shirts. Look here for Caden Bennett. Takes the snap. Flings it out to the outside. This is Gillis trying to get downhill.
That's
Jumps
crazy.
over a man. He brings up a 4th and 3. And the Hornets want to go for it. Be aggressive here on their opening drive. Maybe get someone to jump. Bennett's going to hurl it deep downfield. It's incomplete. Delaware State wanted it. We're going to see this. Southern Connecticut State offense that also likes to pound the rock like Delaware State does on offense. And here's Karen foul zone with an early touch here and met immediately by this stout defensive.
Ball early, but now coming out in the 4 receiver set.
Pickup of 1 for foul zone. Bobbled snap there by Jorgensen, and he goes down immediately. Gets from the Hornets 45. Trips right here for Southern Connecticut State. Jorgensen gonna get rid of it off to the outside. Southwestover unable to corral.
Yeah, my shit. Take the gloves off, baby.
Big yards per game with 81. We'll be calling his name a lot here this afternoon. Jorgensen facing some heat, steps up, and he's just gonna take off, makes one man miss, and runs over a defender to the 40. Southern Connecticut State getting a stop on their opening defensive drive, looking to convert here on 3rd. Jorgensen faces some heat, has to scramble, breaks out of a tackler, picks up the first down, and slides.
He got hurt.
He's played before already this season, but coming in a big spot against Delaware State.
Ooh,
Still
come here.
Slippery surface out there. How about Giller saying, I'll take it myself inside the 25. A nice early pickup for the freshman here for the Owls. The Delaware State 38. Giller
Damn.
gonna give it off to the inside. Foul zone.
Flipped on his face.
Over a defender, taken down by Wayne from the Hornets 30. What do they want to do with the freshman Giller? They're gonna roll him out to the right. Faces some pressure, and down he goes.
Jackson earlier this week, he said it's about everyone being on the same page and coming together on all 3 sides of the ball. Running back Marquise Gillis, one of the leaders on this team, said it's about staying level-headed, and they've already surpassed 3 wins this season. But they said they're looking to take it one game at a time.
We gone. We gone. Got it. We
Thank
gone.
you so much for
He's
that.
fast.
You mentioned this
Get
rushing
him out of
attack
there.
for Delaware State. How about
Crazy.
James Jones? Green in front. James Jones is gone.
And it was pouring raining out there.
Touchdown, Delaware State. On for the PAT.
Oh, come here. Whoop.
Redshirt sophomore here for the Hornets. And they fake it. Delaware State getting aggressive here, diving towards the pylon.
That's
and
crazy.
And they say he's in. Your chops.
He ain't mean for that to happen.
Already on top, 8-0. Has some momentum on its side. Here's Karen foul zone. Not a whole lot of running room right there. As Delaware stays like that, wearing the number 4 at the linebacker spot.
Yeah, fans, if you pay attention to number 4, he is in on almost every tackle on every play defensively. And then, if you're defensive coordinator Brandon Blackman, you want to dial up some blitzes against this young quarterback.
Pickup of 2 of 7, 3rd and 15 from the Owls 20.
Nope.
Under 7.5 to go in our opening quarter. Giller has his pass batted at the line. You can tell, Ahmad, you just can't get a good grip. Piccarelli, who already has a dime of a punt thus far to his name, pitting the Hornets inside the 5, gets another good one away here. It's caught there by Dominguez.
Whoa.
Cuts to the near side, makes a man miss. Look at Dominguez move, shakes out of another tackler.
Fumble.
Dominguez still on his feet, and he loses the ball. Who has it at the bottom of this pile?
Made some nice moves getting from the outside. Weather is definitely on the Owl side right now. That's almost 3 fumbles for the Delaware State Hornets.
Giller getting rid of it, and to nobody. He was looking for Seth Westover. That's the top target.
Deshaun Jackson, actually the namesake of the head coach, come down for that blitz.
Right.
But
that was a great time blitz.
Here's foul zone. Tried to spit out of it the first tackler. He's unable to do so. Freshman Giller out of the gun. A 4 wide receiver set here for Southern Connecticut State. Snap to the freshman Giller. Gets rid of it quickly, and it's caught. It's going to be short of the first down. Coming up next week, and then MEAC play getting underway in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and Jaden Saray actually back there at quarterback right now for the Hornets.
This is a give to Caden Bennett, who entered play number 5 in the
zone that you can put 2 quarterback set in.
Oh, they just trying stuff.
Get out there.
Saray still in. This is Gillis.
They just trying stuff now.
As he tries to
ground and pound, dirty work football, just getting their nose into the offensive line and defensive line and just trying to make some plays and bouncing off tackles. That's what Delaware State likes to do.
That's a mean run from Martin to this 8-0 advantage. Here with Jaden Saray, still in a quarterback. He's going to give it off to
good move.
Gillis runs over multiple defenders. Gillis still on his feet. Turns it upfield. A foot race. Gillis is in.
That's crazy.
The Milford, similar steps back to winning ways.
And that's why you have to have the mentality that I'm ready for anything when you come in here and play a team that's higher in your division.
3 missed tackles on foul zone right there. And when you
going to be in the film study later on this week into next week where coaching staff is going to be like, we have to make these tackles.
Foul zone again, just with no running room whatsoever. From the Owls 28. Under 3 minutes to go here in our opening quarter. Here's the freshman Giller surveying the defense. Has foul zone open in the flat. Turns it upfield. Picks up the first down and gets across the 40.
Yeah, and that's some struggling numbers, but also early on in the season. You know, Delaware State has played
that could have got picked off.
This Owls team.
Foul zone there with the catch, but the thing is,
you got to bring them down just to make sure no yardage is gained.
Results in a 5-yard loss and could have been a turnover. They're going to go back to foul zone here, and he is just met immediately by a...
That conference was circling on their calendar, like, maybe we can get one against Delaware State, and we need to get our momentum back.
Here's Giller on 3rd and 12. He skips out of a tackle and falls forward. So this is the
game doing that. Instead of
if this was last year Delaware team, they might have a chance, but
on that return.
Caden Bennett
not the way this team runs the ball.
This is Nige Lawley.
This team is different,
this year
dog.
with some speed, especially off those end arounds.
Well, talked to him earlier this week. He said, despite the accolades and the accomplishments, he's not too impressed with himself just yet. He still has a lot of goals and accomplishments he wants to see himself get done this season.
Deshaun Jackson as well saying, you know, Marquise Gillis challenges the guys around him, right? He makes you better, not just as a team, but also helping your other running backs grow.
Yeah. 61 penalties so far in the season and adding some more in this game.
Come here.
You know,
come here.
Want to clean those up before MEAC play.
Bennett off the quarterback
here.
draw, and he can run, gets to the outside, and he is ripped down.
Yeah, obviously they're not too worried about him getting hurt, but obviously in those situations when those tackles are happening, you just
Got some
puts a
points.
little bit.
Snap
Got
over
some points.
the head of Dyson Roberts into the end zone.
Major game time decision.
So we'll see what the freshman John Giller has in store. So he gets some more playing time, slips out of the tackle from Robinson, and he goes down. Again, when the Hornets
Have a good time.
it counts as a 1-yard loss, 2nd and 11 here from the Owls 35. Giller has to get rid of it quickly. Here's
punched it right
off
out.
the flat. Gets upfield, loses the
punched it right
football,
out.
and falls back on it. Made their presence known. Multiple fumbles already thus far. Here's 3rd down for Giller. Steps up in the pocket, wants to take off. He's got a long way to go, and he runs right into Brian Bates. Leading tackler in the 7. Lots of good ones going on throughout the league. And look at a big run here.
Fast.
James Jones already has 1 touchdown to his name this afternoon. Give him another. James Jones had 3 touchdowns last week. He has 2 today.
Yeah, definitely. You know, for the receivers, just getting out there, this helps your film in a way for the receivers, that college film, because what do NFL coaches want to see? What do NFL scouts want to see? They want to be able to see.
Previous stop for Delaware State. Brings up 2nd and 8 here for the Owls. Freshman Giller getting rid of it quickly. Has a wide open Seth Westover. The Wagner transfer off to the races. And the Owls strike right back.
Yeah, Westover.
Working. Jones already 3 carries for 158 yards. Gillis into the game here on this drive as well, and a nice reception along that far sideline from Felipe Wesley.
Want to see what our receivers can do in a quick game maybe, but you also want to keep this lead and run the ball.
And that's exactly what they're going to do here with Gillis. Runs out of 2 tackles, and he's finally taken down.
3-yard gain for Gillis.
Got some help as well from Alex Perez. Gain of 3. They go back to Marquise Gillis, who finds a hole, picks up the 1st down, jumps out of a tackle across the 50. They're trying to
the long strides are just helpful when you're a running back.
To the 49 of the Owls. Bennett getting rid of it quickly. Has a man, and that's caught Nathan Stewart. Redshirt sophomore out of Laurel, Maryland. Headline. Get your call again.
Something that a lot of colleges take advantage of.
Got it there. We gone. Even he gone.
Also in the FBS as well.
How about Caden Bennett? Catch me if you
That's
can.
crazy. He didn't even get to the end zone right away.
Caden Bennett.
They're just toying with him.
RPO action like we had just said.
They playing with him.
The 3rd time, you know. That quick pass pattern, fake the handoff and give it back out. This time you get the handoff.
They're going to go to foul zone, and he is met immediately. We'll see what the Owls want to do here. Giller fakes the throw, airs it out over the middle to no one.
Yeah, Giller looks like he might have got on 3rd down. They have been struggling. They're 2 for 7 so far.
Oh, he out of there.
The freshman Giller faces some heat, escapes a couple tacklers, takes off, and had a long way to go and gets across the 25. Garnett, Kendall Lanier. All glad to have you along here. Homecoming afternoon.
Oh, you drop
Bennett
it.
has a wide open man, and he drops it. It was Felipe Wesley who beat graduate student. And this Delaware State offense, as you can see, they score a lot of points. Bennett again wants to go deep, and it's caught. Excellent pitch, excellent catch for Coach Jack.
Yeah, that's just a motivating piece right there, you know. You might be asking your athletics department, you know, who we think about bringing in as a coach, you know. and Deshaun Jackson comes in, you're like, okay, I think I'm going to stay here.
Nathan Stewart.
3 times in a row. They have not run the ball once yet this drive, as they do right now.
This is Marquise Gillis plunging and churning and dropped. Jenkins, it may be your turn. Snap to Bennett.
That's crazy.
They go to Jenkins off the right side. Tries to reach towards the end zone, and he's going to be just short to the
like that. That's something that running back coach teaches you. You got to stretch it out a certain way, you know. Keep the ball safe, but also try to get that touchdown.
They go back to Jenkins, and he goes down. Met by a swarm.
Want your bell cow,
Marquise Gillis. Into the backfield here for Delaware State. Caden Bennett going to take it himself, tries to get to the edge, gets near the pylon as a flag is thrown at the 5-yard line. So there you go. That's the explanation. It's a big stop for the Owls as they try to stay in this game. Here's Karen foul zone. Again, just not a whole lot of running room. And when you run into guys like freshman quarterback after an injury sustained on Brandon Jorgensen.
Damn.
And here's foul zone, who's been getting a ton of work. And once again, you see these Hornets, right?
2-minute warning, that's the timeout right there that you would have, and then you got that one more timeout for the last 2-minute drill.
Here's third down. This is Giller. Lobbing it up, and it's caught. Divine Edwards. Seagull Network on ESPN+. Darren Zaslow, Ahmad Garnett, Kendall Lanier. Glad to have you along. Homecoming here in
Oh,
Delaware.
you dropped the
Giller
pick,
launching
dog.
it deep downfield, and it was almost intercepted.
I know it's wet,
Great
man,
from
but
there, 40,
dog,
1:52 to go
hold
in our
on to the
opening half.
ball.
See Delaware State faking the blitz right there, trying to get in Giller's head right there.
Foul zone with a head of steam, picks up the first down into Hornets territory. He spins his way down.
Yeah, and that's where you can catch, the Hornets on the back of their heels, potentially getting some RPO action going or handoff up the middle right there.
Foul zone getting his work this afternoon.
A 300-yard game for the Owls makes the Delaware State coaching staff feel a bit more confidence in this defense.
Yeah, that's a step in the right
Ooh,
direction.
go.
Second and 8. Giller has to get rid of it. Able to escape the pocket and evade the sack and fall 7 here for Southern Connecticut State. 4 receivers set here for the freshman John Giller. Takes the snap, faces some heat. Down he goes. Delaware State all over it. Jade team after serving as Western Connecticut State University's head coach over the last 12 seasons. A program that ranked first or second in literally every scoring or total offensive category. And the Massachusetts some time at Otterbein College for 9 seasons, which is his alma mater, leading that school to a 49-42 mark. And we'll see what foul zone can do here as he gets a big 3rd and 5 here from the Owls 30. Press coverage on the outside for Delaware State defensively.
Oh,
Giller
flag.
put it up towards the far sideline, and a flag
Pass
flies
interference?
after the play.
Looks like that flag came on the Owls. You move up close to midfield, up to the 40-yard line, and you put the Delaware State Hornets on their toes.
They're going to go back to foul zone, but he has nowhere to go, and another flag comes in late.
This flag's 5 to 6 weeks, so you just have to be ready as a player, for guys that just potentially just say things to get you off your footing.
We'll spot at the Hornets 45, and again, Karen foul zone, the 200-pound.
Eventually is going to set in for this Hornets offense. Those 2-yard games they were in the first half is turned into 4 and 5.
Okay, with the
Put
defense.
it up deep down the far sideline.
Okay.
Great defensive play. What do the Owls want to draw up? Here's the first.
Ooh, he catch it?
Lobbing up deep down the near sideline.
Okay.
What a catch. Jalen Tucker, did he haul it in? He
Okay.
did.
Oh my, in the red zone for potentially what it would be the first or second time today so far.
Bobbled snap, and again, Giller able to fall on it, but not what you want when you make a big splash play on the previous play.
Yeah, the Owls.
Can the Owls get back on the scoreboard after the loss of 9? Here's Giller surveying the defense, hurls it over his intended receiver's head. Divine Edwards was the man in.
Try to get your field goal kicker into a good position to kick a field goal, get 3 on the board, but passing the ball is definitely the main option.
Damn.
Giller goes down. Another sack for the Hornets. Desheen Jackson.
That call from the sideline, that signal from the sideline did not have much to it, so it could be trying to draw the Hornets off sides. No, they're going to go with it.
Giller fakes the throw. Has
That's
to get
definitely
rid
not
of it.
going for a first
It's
down.
Caught there by Edwards. He's well short of the clinic once again.
Yeah, Del State says, Jaden Jenkins, it's your turn right now, so let's see what they do.
And Jaden Sauray into the game as well. Surveys the defense, extends the play. He can
You
drink
catch
a
it?
cup of coffee back there and has Jaden Jenkins. You called it a
Oh,
transferred
they called
out
it
of
back.
Maryland. Was there for the 2022 through 2024 seasons. Didn't play in a game. Has Nathan Stewart right there. Coming out of high school, he was the top-rated quarterback
Back at Dr. Henry A. Wise Junior High School in Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
There you go. It's a small
Wow.
world, Mr. Garnett.
Wow.
Jaden Saray saying, catch me if you can.
He was gonna throw the screen, but
No one's going to.
That's
Jaden
crazy.
Saray with a scamper. And Tim Holt, former offensive line coach for the Bears and offensive line assistant coach for the Raiders and Bucks. Joe Andruzzi, a guard, 3-time Super Bowl champion for the Patriots in the early 2000s. It's a rich football culture here at Southern Connecticut State, and I think they're just trying to get back to those.
And just doing everything he can to move the ball for his team.
Entered play number 2 in the NE10
Catch it?
rush yards per
Good
game
catch.
with 74, and that's another nice catch. We've called Divine Edwards' name a few times here this afternoon. A guy who's taking his game to the next level.
Yeah, he's just doing everything he can for this Owl offense.
Foul zone, again, spinning his way up for a few, about 3 for Karen foul zone, the 5'11".
Yourself in the foot right there. Just can't do that. But I would say as of right now, they are happy, but you just got to keep it going into the third and fourth quarter.
And you're playing pretty much in 2 totally different weather conditions. It's 3rd and 6 from the Delaware State 47. Here's John Giller.
go.
Surveying the defense, he's going to roll out to his right. Has to
Got
get
it,
rid of
okay.
it. Does, and it's a first down. Nice catch for the Owls, hauled in by Central. And for Southern Connecticut State, they'll take
Ooh,
on
good hands.
Saturday at 1. Giller giving it up to
Good hands. Okay,
Edwards.
good hands.
Reaching up, grabbing it out of the air, picks up another Owl first down. This kid can play.
The quick game seems like it's Giller's game, to be the best quarterback for the Owls so far.
Foul zone off tackle to the right. Taken down right near the 20. You got to play to your quarterback strengths. In foul zone, 2nd and 7 from the Hornet 20. Giller.
Uh-oh,
gonna
touchdown.
keep it, has a wide open
Okay.
man. Divine Edwards with Green in front. And Divine Edwards is in for 6. A 20-yard pitch and catch. Giller.
You just got to be better in those situations.
The reality is this is your final tune-up. And this is the chance to get the identity for this team that Deshaun Jackson wants. Kobe Boykin, who
4 receivers as well that can play too. You know what you have offensively.
5-yard pickup for Boykin.
Damn. Get out of there.
This is a give here to Jaden Jenkins with Green in front and one man to beat.
Oh.
Jenkins turning on the Jets, gets a block and jumps over a man. Inside the 20, goes after getting a touch on the first play of this drive. Will they go back to him? They're going to go here on the sweep to Nige Lolly, who is cut off and brought down.
Yeah, Lolly had 4 players in his face by the time down as well. He's able to come in when Caden Bennett and just, hand him the ball off, give him some relief in some situations because he can pass the ball just
Touchdown.
like that.
After the 4-yard loss, this is a big pickup for Delaware
They
State.
just
Maurice
scoring.
Clark
They just scoring.
4-6.
Ball right there that you got to have.
43.
To the 2-yard pickup here, 2nd and 8 for John Giller. Give back to foul zone with a burst and gets right near that first down marker, and it is good for a first down. Head and 10, and that's what you want out of your head coach.
Yeah, exactly. When the schedule came out earlier, Delaware State, you're like, what is Deshaun Jackson going to do with this team? And then they're 3-3 right now.
Ooh, okay, QB.
4-3 going into conference play, which would be a great record. You're Deshaun Jackson.
And the priority, too, is just cleaning up the defensive lapses that you see. You saw one right there on that Giller first down run. They go back to foul zone. They're able to dive forward across the 45. Just those little things. And they're going to get some more tape over the last 2 years combined with their 2 wins. ESPN First Take is hosting its show here on October 29th. They're going to take on Norfolk State. 43-16, Delaware State on top of Southern Connecticut State. Owls pick up the first down. Hey, Kendall, thanks so much. Look, we talked about just the big scope here for the Southern Connecticut State Owls, right? We know that they have struggled over the past couple seasons. Without a doubt, though, there is talent on this team in this contest in addition to a safety. Here's Giller, looking left, throwing left. He has Westover. That's a nice pickup as he's driven out. on the Delaware State 16.
Flip him.
Giller going to keep it. There's that RPO game. They love that. And rumbling near the sticks for the Owls. And it is 3rd and 1. So Owls forced to run another play here on this drive. They go to foul zone, has a burst, and dives inside the 5. Man, it is difficult. Here's James Griffiths again in the backfield.
Damn.
Giller going to keep it himself. He's driven down. The man you don't want to run into. Goal from the 4. Here for the Owls, looking to get back onto the scoreboard. They go to foul zone. He's trying to get to the edge, and he does. Touchdown, Southern Connecticut State. Shutting out Virginia Lynchburg, just to name a couple. And here in Dover,
come here.
It's been a happy homecoming for Delaware State. 43-23, Hornets on top of the Owls. Big return here for Delaware State's Kyrie Benton. He's able to get up into.
Yes.
I think you could check all those boxes here this afternoon for his Hornets team.
The saying goes like that.
That's right. Kobe Boykin showing off some speed. Gets to the edge. Out of bounds right near the 40. Jaden Jenkins, Sean Weston, Kobe Boykin at running back? Who can all play.
Go.
Exactly. And that's what's scary about this Delaware State offense. If somebody goes down, looks like we're going to get a holding call. It's going to bring this play back. But if somebody goes down, next man up.
What do the Hornets want to dial up here on 2nd and long?
He's waiting on it.
Gets rid of it to the left side as a wide open man. It's caught by Nathan Stewart. Picks up the first down and gets taken down by
It's a race so far that we have seen and has zip on it.
4 receivers set here for the Hornets. They go back to Kobe Boykin, and when he gets in space, watch out. Another nice pickup for Kobe, who gets right near the Delaware State. Looks like Mikhail Davis in for the Hornets. Kobe Boykin again getting another tote here on 1st and 10.
Trying to get into the end zone one more time before this game ends.
Davis with another give to Boykin. Hit and dropped right near the 10. Third quarterback that we're seeing in this game for the Hornets. He's going to keep it himself. Look at Davis. Gets inside the 5. Gets right near the goal line to the 1. Alex Perry in at running back.
They just running all like just easy.
And they do. Perry is in. Touchdown, Delaware State. Alex Perry reaches pay dirt. And this offensive explosion relishing that.
49.
Yeah, they're ready for it, Like Deshaun Jackson said.
Come here.
People were not expecting him to be this good, this fast. They thought it was going to take time. As you get an interception right there, which might be a pick six. Yes, it is. Touchdown.
Delaware State, they can make splash plays on both sides of the ball. What do you think?
Boy, take his helmet off.
Philadelphia Eagles, a lot of people are talking about. Michael Vick will play for the Philadelphia Eagles as well as Deshaun Jackson. I think a matchup like that, having that in the NFL stadium, is just find a couple of pieces on that defense where you're struggling and that depth, shows a little bit more than the starter.
They're giving Giller a lot of run, and he's got a lot of room. Picks up the first down, but a flag flies in.
Everybody was coming into the bookstore. Where's the ponchos at? Yes. Where's the ponchos at? Knowing that this rain is going to come down all day, just want to be prepared to support.
You wanted to avoid that big hit.
It's called being resourceful. Another flag around midfield. On the financial field, get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, they can't get any better than that.
That's right. This is Moreland again, who is driven down hard. Nice tackle for the Hornets. Under 5 minutes to go here in Dover.
Damn.
Moreland again, met and dropped. Delaware State run defense.
He hurting.
Been playing real. Hornets 41. So here we go. 3rd and 17. Giller.
Oh, I thought he caught it.
To the near side. Westover.
I thought he caught it.
To haul it in. Really is.
And Christian Banks now in at quarterback, number 15 for
Fourth
the
quarterback.
Hornets.
Yeah, you're right. Fourth one
They're
seen
not in their fourth
this
quarter.
afternoon.
Oh, my goodness.
That is
And they still going to score?
For Delaware State. That's a positive, another positive as well. Look at that big play up the middle right there with that run.
Yeah, Kobe Boykin, when he gets into the open field.
To make it even crazier, to show how many big plays the Hornets have had,
That's
They only have 19
crazy.
minutes in time of possession, and a big play down the sideline is going to be potentially another touchdown for the Hornets. He's going to get in. Touchdown.
Kobe Boykin, big playability. And Kobe,
He could do offensively for the Owls to be in this game, but sometimes when you can't make stops like that, the score gets up on you.
they go to Strachan.
Damn,
who
that thing
loses
popped
the
right
ball,
out.
And it is fallen on by the Hornets. Flag on the play as
And they get the ball back.
from the 40.
I think the Owls going to use this last timeout.
You may as well.
Use the
Here's
timeout
Sean
for
Weston
what?
With a nice burst. Picks up 5, gets back to
He
the
getting
original
beat by
level,
40.
Ahmad Garnett.
And they
Cavalier
throwing the
with
ball
here
still.
for a impressive homecoming performance.
And they're still
Hornets
throwing the
adding
ball,
on
but
more.
they
A
up by
touchdown
40 and they're
hold in
still
for
throwing the
Delaware
ball. That is
State.
crazy.
It's Jaden.
Into next season, fast forwarding a lot. Going into next season, expectations is going to be Celebration Bowl or bust. After you have a great out of conference season like this, and going into conference now, you're going to be Deshaun Jackson was in the NFL. He was dynamic. He was always making plays. He knew how to celebrate well as well. He made big dynamic plays that changed the game. And if you look at the plays that they had
On 2nd and 6 for the Owls, they go back on the ground. That's Moreland rumbling across the 50.
That's it? Yeah. That's
And
it,
for the
man.
first
Oh, my
time
goodness.
in
Oh, my
7
goodness.
years.
Yeah, that was crazy. Shout out to Delaware State for that. That was some video game stuff they were pulling off in this game. 780 yards, though? Like, almost 600 yards rushing is crazy. But shout out to them, though. That was insane.